Recently I built this Sakura model utilizing the RadioLink Byme-A. Not only is it an SBUS or PPM to PWM converter, it is also a 6-axis flight controller, 3 axes for the accelerometer and 3 axes for the gyroscope. That enables it to be configured in up to 5 different modes: a stabilized mode, gyro, acro mode, a vertical mode, hang off the prop I guess, and with them all switched off, a manual mode. If you want to see the build video of the plane, then there's a link up there on the screen. First things first, please remove the propeller. Especially with this type of flight controller, the motor can start up at almost any moment if you get something wrong. That's especially true when trying to test it in its vertical mode. Other important things to note is that it must be installed on the fuselage either this way up or through 180 degrees. It will work out itself when it initializes which way up it is. I've soldered on this little FrSky compatible receiver. Note additionally that on the end of the unit here there is a tiny push button which is used to reverse any of the servos that you need reversed for your particular model's layout. Important point here, only reverse the servos using this module. Do not reverse them on the transmitter or things simply won't work. Don't ask me how I know that. Without further ado then, let's take a look at how the transmitter is set up for the 5 different modes. I'll show you first how the transmitter is set up.
Throttle disabled. Manual mode.
I've assigned the 3-position switch here to be one of the mode selections and this one as the other. These are on channels 5 and 7 as we will see in the documentation. I've elected to start up in manual mode. So we have manual mode,
gyro mode, stabilize mode, gyro mode, manual mode.
So that's the 3-position switch here. If we now change this switch and go again,
acro mode.
We have acro mode,
vertical mode,
and vertical mode. So
acro mode, manual mode.
Let's take a look at the documentation and we'll go through the setup of the transmitter using the OpenTX companion. The documentation provided by RadioLink is more than adequate. Although it's oriented towards their own transmitter, it has all the information that we need to be able to set up a different transmitter. I should mention at this point that I have contacted RadioLink as I had a question, and they were very helpful and responded within 24 hours. Also, I'm indebted to Martin King in the UK, who also provided some valuable information on setting up this guy. The introduction essentially describes what I've already told you. It's worth mentioning though that there is another variant of this called the byme-d, which is specifically set up for delta wings. If you want to use a flying wing, then seek out that variant and there will be links in the description to both. I showed you this on the model pointing towards the front and the orientation. There are 4 LEDs that indicate the status and also the servo phase, or whether it's reversed or not. The connections have to be in this order, obviously the SBUS here, and then from channel 1, aileron, elevator, throttle and rudder. The installation is described using the RadioLink's own model, which is the A560, and here we see the description of the 2 channel switches. We saw I have the channel 5 assigned to one 3-position switch and channel 7 to another, although I'm only using the 2 positions. These 2 points are very important. You must keep the model still when it's powered up so that the gyro will calibrate, and you'll see the red-green flashing until calibration has been done, and then we get a fixed light. The attitude calibration is defining how the plane should fly in its level configuration. So it will be slightly nose up, and you can obviously adjust that by keeping the nose up at a certain height whilst you perform this attitude calibration. This is done by moving the control sticks on the transmitter. That is shown using the RadioLink transmitter here. Now, Because I have two of the servos reversed, in my case, this stick, yes, it goes down and towards the outside, but in my setup, I have to go up into this corner here, so it's the other way round. Here we see the description of how to reverse the servo direction using the module, and it's the little switch on the front that I showed you. So you press it once for the aileron, twice for the elevator, and 4 times for the rudder. There is no provision for reversing the throttle. It then takes you through descriptions of all the different flight modes. The stabilized mode, as it says here, restricts the amount of inclination and rolling angle. Vertical mode, stunt mode, 3D mode, call it what you will. The flight controller is maintaining the altitude, and you can move the plane left and right, forward and backward, or rotate it. In gyro mode, the model rotation is controlled by the joysticks, with the 3-axis gyro increasing the stability. And finally, in acro mode, it's a combination of stabilized and gyro. It's probably easier to experiment with these things than try and work out from the descriptions. And finally, manual mode, no effect from the gyro whatsoever. Here's the model set up using the OpenTX companion. Inputs, just the aileron, elevator, throttle and rudder. In the mixes, in addition to the controls, channel 5 on the switch SG and channel 7, the 2-position switch on SC. For the outputs then, nothing much to mention. The directions are just the normal, apart from channel 5, which is the 3-position switch, which I've inverted so that when I switch the radio on, the flight controller is in the manual mode. Now things get interesting looking at the logical switch configuration. All of these are just simple AND functions. When the SC switch is in the up position and SG is in the middle, our logical switch 1 will be active. So for each of the modes, here we have a logical and the output here for the logical switches. So each of these logical switches will become active when the condition is true. That feeds through now into the special functions. The first ones I have are for my throttle activation, the throttle channel being overridden until the SD switch is in the down position when it plays throttle active. With the switch C in the down position or the middle position, it overrides channel 7 with the value of 100. And here it's just playing each of the tracks for manual mode, gyro, stabilized and acro. There are some additional logical switches here in the event that the switch SC is put fully down. We need to make sure that even though I'm only using SC as a 2-position switch, if it were accidentally flipped all the way down, we don't want the flight controller to go into some strange state. Now let's simulate the radio.
Throttle disabled. Manual mode.
If we flip the screen here on the transmitter simulation to the outputs, at the top here these squares represent the logical switches. So again, with our switch G and SC in the up position, we have
gyro mode,
followed by
stabilize mode.
If we now put SC in the middle position, we have
acro mode, vertical mode.
We have successfully set up our switches. I should mention that the tracks that I'm playing are not part of the normal Amber sound pack that I've installed. These tracks for the various modes I created myself. Above is a link to a video I made about that. Let's take a brief look at that in reality. First, let's see the initial power up and the stabilization of the gyros. Transmitter on.
Throttle disabled. Manual mode.
Battery. We saw there the green flashing light going solid, so that is now calibrating the gyros. Next thing to do on the transmitter is to set the attitude calibration. You can see that it's raised up slightly at the front, so this should be its normal flying attitude. When I move the stick down to the left and up to the right, after 3 seconds we saw the light flash again, so that is now set that as the flying mode. Now, it's not practical to demonstrate these different modes without flying the thing, which I'm currently not permitted to do, but I will just give you an indication of how things work. At the moment it's in manual mode, so I can move it around, nothing happens, just the normal control of the ailerons there and the elevator rudder as per normal. If we put it now
Gyro mode.
into the gyro mode, as it said, when I turn the aircraft, the surfaces counteract the direction of movement. It reacts very quickly and then returns to its neutral position. If, however, we put it into
Stabilize mode.
the stabilized mode, when we bank the aircraft, we can see that the aileron moves up. It does not return to its neutral position till the aircraft is level. Similarly with the elevator, if I put the aircraft in a pitch down attitude, the elevator moves to correct that, and similarly in the other direction. That's just to give you an idea of how the control surfaces should react when the thing is in flight, which I hope to be able to do within at least a month.